This is how far I got this week. I am almost halfway up to the windows, and not bad for working on it. I don't know, maybe 6 hours all week. A lot of things need to be done all at once, and even though this is a priority, so aren't other things a priority. But we'll get there. When the sun hits on this side of the house, it gets extremely hot. On the other side of the house, I have to wear a hoodie. So I still have time before cold weather comes to work here, even if it's only in the afternoons, because it'll be warm enough. But not bad. This here is just a small pail of stuff that I picked from the garden. There's 2 small carrots there. I want the bigger carrots for when I can some soup. So, but for fresh eating or hash, I'll just grab what looks to be small carrots. My carrots here, I grow flaky carrots, and they get up to 10 to 13 inches long. I had one almost 14 inches long, and they're very sweet and they're very tender. So that's what I like to grow here. They also are heirloom. And I pulled some beets, not very big. The biggest one is, I don't know, let me see if I can't find one. It just fell down. But there's there's the biggest beet that I pulled today. A lot of them are 3 inches, about like that. And we could blame it on a bunch of stuff, but I'm blaming it on the drought. And that's just the way it is. But I grow cylindrical beets. These are Kennebecks. These are supposed to be my next year's seed potato, but I'm stealing some for a meal. Over here, I pulled some of the smaller onions, and these are the Elsa Craig. They're pretty small for Elsa Craig, but they're good. I've been pulling the smaller ones for sandwiches and whatnot. So some of these will go into my cold sandwiches. Onion and tomato sandwiches is one of my favorites. And probably this one here will go into a macaroni salad. Okay, my phone is messing up. So I am just finishing my chores. Here it is. It's almost 8 o'clock. That's all right. I'm still out here in a t-shirt. And it looks like it is, sorry for the light for a second. It's about 55 degrees. There's no breeze. It just feels like a very nice night, which it is. So, everything is good here. I am just getting stuff done, folks. The baby ducklings that hatched, the Muscovy baby ducklings, there are 10 of them. They're all doing fantastic. A little late in the season, but that's just the way it is. My phone is slagging for some reason. It's just, I move this way, and then about a second later, I can see my arm doing that. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it'll record, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll just scratch the whole thing. But we've had some really beautiful weather to get stuff done. I took care of my kindling. Got that all stacked up. Well, not all of it. I still got probably another wagon full. I got to find out where I'm going to put that. Usually what I do is throw the kindling on top of the wood in the woodshed as I'm putting the wood in the woodshed. And I haven't even gotten around to even starting that. I've got to get some stuff out of the woodshed that's just been stored in there, like gas cans and The chainsaws and the snow shovel has been in there since last winter. I guess it can stay there, right? I need to move it to get the firewood in. Get it all in nice and stacked. There will not be enough room for the wood that I've got stacked out front here to go in the woodshed. Either one of the woodsheds. I'm going to stack as much as I can in there, as high as I can in there, and just call it good. And that's just the way it is, folks. The piles that I cut late winter, early spring, they're still piled up, stacked up out in the woods. It's just a lot to do when you live this way, and when you're the only one doing it, you pick your battles and you take your priorities, and sometimes the priority list is that long, and so you go with the immediate priorities and the priorities according to the weather, right? Like the like the firewood can be stacked when it's colder out, which will feel more comfortable, and about 30-40 degrees is a good temperature to stack firewood, because you're moving, it takes a lot of energy and it keeps you warmer. At a 75-degree day, it just gets too hot and it tires me out too much. So the hard physical stuff and the monotonous stuff can come when it's cooler, but before the fall rains, right? Maybe we won't even get any fall rains. I don't know. We are in an extreme drought here, folks. I know we just got like an inch or so of rain in that one storm, but it hasn't rained since, and it's been windy. It's been pretty warm for this time of year. It's been sunny, which is, again, has been really nice to get stuff done. It'll all come in due time, and it'll all get done eventually. I want to do it before the fall rain comes, and I want to do it before the winter snow comes, right? Those are the only two things, really. And I'm still battling hornets, doing the siding on that house. Honest to goodness, folks, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I told someone, I said, listen, I said, I have put so many cans of hornet spray under those eaves. I said, and they are still coming out. And they thought that the nests were way down into the walls and the hornet spray is not reaching them. So the ones that are way down in the nest aren't affected and they can come and go. I know there is a foam spray that you can spray that will supposedly kill the hornets on contact and any that return to the nest. Well, even though the nest is down in the walls, I'm assuming there's none in my house, but they must be there somewhere. So if I can get up there with the foam spray and put the foam spray in there, maybe I can, because it's supposed to kill when they return to the nest. So I'm assuming when they leave the nest, that will kill them, and any that are returning to the nest will kill them. And maybe I have to keep spraying that to get all the last of the last. I'm not sure. But there aren't going to be many warm days where they're going to be active anyway, so I might have this same problem in the spring, and I'll be right on top of them. Trust me on that. I did put two community posts. One was a research that was done on molasses and diabetes, and something that I've known for quite a while. For those I know who have diabetes, I said try dandelion tea, and apparently, according to the people that I shared this with who have diabetes, if they're on medication, one person got off 2 diabetic medications because they started drinking dandelion tea 3 times a day. I'm not a healthcare professional, folks. I am not in the medical field as far as all that goes. I am in the medical field, but not in that capacity. And one person got off 2 medications. Another person whose diabetes was all over the place. They started doing 3 cups of dandelion tea, and it has leveled out, and they said they feel a lot better. Now, dandelion tea is quite mild, and it has a sweetness to it. You don't have to add any sugar, trust me. And it tastes pretty good, so it is quite palatable. The only thing is, dandelion tea is a diuretic. So it's going to make you pee, and it's going to make you pee frequently, folks. Fair warning. But I do know that helps with diabetes, and it doesn't taste bad at all. The other community post was making your own cornstarch. This is a really good time of year to make cornstarch because the corn is coming off. A lot of it you can buy already dried for fall decorations. And there's a video, a real nice video. They did a really good job on it. Again, on my community post, you'll see that how to make cornstarch. It's really, really simple and really easy, folks. And I know a lot of you already make your cornstarch. Cornstarch is pretty inexpensive to buy, but it's fun making cornstarch. And if you grow your corn, you've already got your cornstarch if you know how to make it. So I guess that's it. I started another compost bin. I don't know how many compost bins. Somebody asked me how many compost bins that I have. Right off the top of my head, I know I've got a 3-tiered one up in my garden. I get a 3-tiered one, which I am moving right here by my woodshed. That 3-tiered compost bin is being moved. It's not doing anything to the woodshed structure at all because I've got it boarded off in the back. The front is completely open. The sides are just think of a pallet, but they're not made out of pallets, but the same basic idea. So they've got 2-inch gaps between the slats, I guess, the pieces of wood. But the board is backed up, so none of that's decomposing is touching the side of the woodshed frame, the structure at all. But I want that compost bin, those compost bins, the 3-tiered compost bins, out of there. I'm going to dismantle that. And that'll give me more room over there anyway. So 3 right here, 3 up in my garden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the immediate yard. I've got 7 compost piles. So I believe in composting as free nutrition. You take your scraps, you take your lawn waste, you take leaves, you take pine needles, you take anything, and you can throw it right into the compost pile and stir it, and it'll do magic to your garden and your plants. So I am about ready to go, and I need to wash up. I did start a fire, even though it's 55 degrees out. I started a fire because I want to heat up some water to bathe with. So, will it get too hot in my house? It's already too hot and it just lit it. So I'm just going to open up some windows, let the fresh air in, let the heat out, and warm up some water that way. And it just is what it is, the checks and balances, the pros and cons to just about anything. So, what I've got in the wood stove right now is just scrap stuff. Just scraps. Scrap pieces of brush, limbs, dead limbs that I've cut up. It's just a bunch of scrap stuff. Some of the limbs, though, are about like this. So that adds a little bulk and a little longevity to heat the water up on top of the wood stove. So, you all be good. Bye-bye.